I'm gonna be honest, I think I probably have a little bit of a Toyota buying problem. Or maybe that's not a problem at all. So behind me we have quite a few Toyotas. We got 4 in the garage. We have 2 outside of the garage. A couple of these vehicles I've never shown before on the channel, as well as this whole garage itself. What's the deal with this? Now, it's been a few months since I uploaded my last video, and I owe you guys an explanation for that, so here it is. Now, recently I had 2 major things happen in my life that you guys don't yet know about. The first one is that I actually got married just about 2 months ago. I did get married, and that was awesome, great experience. And coming with that, I ended up moving states, moving offices, moving everything I own. I moved from the coast of Alabama on up to central Mississippi, which is where I now reside. And with that comes a new office. So I've got a new office slash garage here behind me, as well as, like I said, some cars you've never seen before. So like I said, I now have 6 vehicles in total, which I never ever thought I would own that many. And I owe you guys an explanation as to what I have, what the deal with it is, what the story on it is, and just kind of give you all a little bit of an overview as to what we have going on this channel. So why in the world would I ever need this many vehicles? Well, the short answer is really that I don't. I kind of went a little bit overboard. It was not intentionally. I'm going to tell you guys the story behind it, but no one would ever really need this many cars. I kind of justified it as, oh, it's a good deal. I can make a few $1,000s off of these purchases if I fix them up and resell them. Or I bought the car if I wanted to make parts for it to sell on my website, trailrunnercustoms.com. As you guys know, I do a lot of custom parts. And so when I see these different vehicles pop up, my head starts spinning, my gears start turning. And I think, oh, I could definitely make a few cool custom designed parts for that car. And so that kind of goes into why I bought some of these vehicles. But without further ado, let's jump into exactly what we have in here and what we have in my fleet. Up front here, we have the trusty OG 4Runner. This is my 2006 Toyota 4Runner. If you guys have followed the channel at all, you have seen this thing all over the channel because this was my original car that I saved up for and purchased at age 17. So it's been about 7 years since I bought this car, and it served me great. I bought it with 113,000 miles and now has 185,000 miles. I've done so many mods, so many upgrades on it, and I have really kind of learned how to work on a vehicle with this car. And so it's taught me so much. Some of the stuff I have on it is the 33-inch tires. We have the custom Trail Runner designed fog lights, designed by me. We have the front grille, which we also sell. Blacked out headlights, a ton of interior mods. Really, this car, I just don't think I could ever bring myself to sell it. It's the original. I swear the seats have a print of me, so I can they're literally formed around my body, the front seats are, which is awesome. But yes, this is the original car. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because you guys already know all about it. So let's move on to the next one. So the next car we have, you guys have never seen before on the channel. It is brand new, and that is a fan favorite 2008 Toyota FJ Cruiser. I have always been a 4Runner and Sequoia guy, so how in the world did I stumble upon an FJ Cruiser? That's a great question. Well, I, like many others, am an absolute Facebook Marketplace goblin, and so I saw this thing pop up on Marketplace. It was literally like 2 miles down the street from me, and of course FJs are pretty valuable. They hold their value very well. So I saw this FJ and I told myself, just go look at it. You never know, just go look at it. It already had the big tires on it. It's got some 34s. It is mechanically perfect. That was one thing that was non-negotiable for me. I wasn't going to work on a car that was, less than perfect if it wasn't something I really, really wanted. So it does have 20-inch rims, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But, I mean, they are worth a decent amount of money if I ever wanted to sell them. 34s, 20-inch tires. It's got subs. It's got some interior mods. It does have 225,000 miles on it, which, although it may sound like a lot for most people, these FJs will run for a very long time. So I was comfortable with that, especially because there is absolutely no lights on the dash, which is really rare for a vehicle this old. But all these things in mind, I went and looked at it, and the guy actually had two FJs. He had just bought a new one, and so he wanted to get rid of this old one. And I basically lowballed him. I gave him, he had it listed for, I think, 12,000, and I told him I would give him 9, and he accepted it. And so, given everything with the FJ, the mechanically sound, the big tires, I feel like I got an okay deal. This definitely isn't the best deal out of all of these, but it's really cool to own a vehicle like this, and I'm definitely going to be making some parts for it. Some parts I have in mind. I want to make a light that goes in here. I feel like that would be really cool. So maybe some blacked out door handles. And then the number one thing that I think will go really well with what I already sell and people will enjoy is going to be a off-road style brake light. So that will not be hard at all to make once I kind of figure out what I want. That's something I'm really looking forward to. But as of right now, I have not touched it since I bought it. Literally everything is exactly how it is when I bought it. So no mods yet. There will be videos coming for this vehicle. All the ones that I made for my 4Runner, like how to modernize, how to upgrade, making custom mods, that will be in the future. How far in the future, I don't know. This isn't really super high up on my list of priorities right now. But again, super fun vehicle, and I'm looking forward to working on it. Behind the FJ, we have my 2008 Toyota 4Runner. You guys are probably all too familiar with this one. The video I made about 3 months ago fixing this up has around 100K views, which is probably my most viewed video on the channel. This thing is in absolute mint condition, 2008, just over 100,000 miles. The front end is all modded out by me. You've got the headlights with the LED bar, the grille, the Trail Runner Customs fog lights, the 33s. I kind of did a lot of the same things that I did to my original 4Runner. Also, the interior on this vehicle is absolutely mint. These are seat covers, but you can barely tell. This thing is mint. It's clean. There's no lights on the dash. This is everything you want from a 4Runner. The lighting in here does not do this vehicle justice, but what are my plans for this '08 4Runner? Well, as crazy as it sounds, I'm probably going to finish up the build and eventually sell it. It's cool, but it's really not something I want long-term for my builds. That is the long-term vehicle over there, which we have not talked about, and you guys have never seen before. I know it looks crappy compared to this nice one, but this has a 6-cylinder engine in it, and as great as it is, it's really rare to get these in low miles, so I do appreciate that about it. But I think I'm probably going to sell it here in the next month or two once I finish up some of the things I want to do and share the videos for that. Now, Andrew, you already have multiple 4Runners. What do you need with another 4Runner? Well, really, that is a good question. But guys, I can't resist. This is a limited 4x4 V8 2004 4Runner. It does have a little bit higher mileage at around 220K. But the reason I bought this, like I said, I already have a bunch of 4Runners. I did not need another 4Runner going to look at it. That's what I kept telling myself. But I went and looked at it. V8 4x4, 220,000 miles. The guy wanted $8,000 for it. I went and looked at it, and what I figured out was it already has all-terrains, but hiding under those all-terrains are Bilstein 5100 shocks that have already been installed, which is a nice little surprise that was hiding for me. But I still told myself, you do not need another 4Runner. And so while he had it listed for $8,000, I looked at it, I said, the hood's got to be replaced, the interior's a bit rough. I don't need another 4Runner, so I said, I'll give you $6,000 for it. And he said, if I don't get a better offer by the end of the weekend, come pick it up for $6,000. And so, lo and behold, that Sunday, he texted me and he said, come pick it up. So here I have my long-term build. The 4x4 V8 black. I already have a replacement hood that I got, which is right up here. If you had seen this in the other shot, you guys are probably wondering why I had a random hood laying here. It's the same exact color, same exact year, same exact paint code, same everything, and it is in mint condition. The story of how I got that is pretty crazy, and I'll go over it in another video. But I have the parts to make this thing nice. It's just a matter of finding the time. And that time will come soon. This is probably the thing I'm most excited about. Additionally, what you see down here is a prototype, so it's not out yet, but this is a prototype of my fog light that I'm making, so that's obviously not stock. The stock one looks a little something like that, pretty old and crappy. And from what people have told me, these fog lights, the factory ones, are trash. So I have the cube style coming. The lighting in here does not do it justice. This is such a good looking part, and it kind of looks not as good from this angle, but I promise you it's going to end up awesome. So this is my 2004 limited V8 4x4. Needs a lot of work, but I'm obviously the most excited about this vehicle. While we're in here, obviously this is still getting set up, so I have a shelf here for tools, parts, things of that nature, torque wrench. Up here, I have some of the parts that are going to go on the car I just showed you, the 4x4 V8. Some door cards, center console, stuff like that, just to make it look nicer. And over here, we have a 3D printer rack with 4 3D printers, as well as my new toy right here, which is a multi-filament 3D printer, so I can print cool things. I'm actually printing a prototype for Forerunners right now, and the prototype is a multi-filament third brake light that's going to be sick. It's probably the best product I've ever designed, and I'm about 75% of the way done, so I'm super excited for that. Stay tuned for that. But I just wanted to let you guys look around in this garage a little bit and just kind of see what we've got going on. There's another section to this office building. It's got more of my desk, computer, part storage, things like that I'm not going to show just because it's a mess right now. But yeah, this is what we've got going on in this garage. I know you guys have never seen this building before, so honestly, I've been excited to show it to you. I was questioning whether or not I wanted to reveal it in this video because it's a long way from being done. We're definitely going to add probably a workbench right here, lights, stuff like that. I also want to put up some flags right here and make it look like a proper workshop. But until then, this is kind of how it's sitting. Walking outside, we have my 2006 Toyota Sequoia with about 180,000 miles. I've had this car for a pretty long time. You guys have got to watch me work on it a good bit and do a lot of cool mods to it. Now, unfortunately, there are a few things going on with this vehicle. The first being I hit a pole with it when I was moving up here to Mississippi. It was on accident. I scraped a pole on the front left-hand side of the bumper, as you can see. And also, it is having some mechanical trouble. It still runs and drives fine, but when it gets up to about 50 to 60 miles an hour, it has some really bad shaking, and I have not gotten the chance to dig into that. It's kind of, honestly, I'm putting it off. But I do like this car, and the first generation off-road community has really shown me a whole lot of love, both Sequoia and Tundra owners. So I'm definitely going to jump back into more mods and videos for this car in the future. But right now it's just kind of sitting outside my office looking good. And, you know, while it is a bit neglected, it's still an awesome vehicle, and we're definitely doing some more things with it soon. Which brings us to our last vehicle, which is honestly the biggest mistake I think I've made on this channel, buying a vehicle. And let me explain that a little bit. So this is a 2004 two-wheel drive 4Runner. Now, you guys have obviously never seen this before. I honestly didn't even know if I wanted to put it in the video. I bought this probably 3 weeks ago, and the reason I bought it was because I wanted to be able to work on the 2003 to 2005 4Runner fog light. So I bought this vehicle. It really wasn't that good of a deal. It was about 3 hours away. I have since put headlights and a grille on it, so it looks better than it was, but the interior is really beat. Despite having only 143,000 miles, which is decent for the year, it's really not in that good a condition. It just wasn't taken that good care of. Now, the frame and everything is, of course, really good. I don't buy vehicles with bad frames. But overall, the interior needs a lot of work. It's got ripped seats. The dash is cracking. It's showing age. And there's really not that many redeeming qualities about it. I'm actually going to get rid of it since I bought that V8 in there. I can use that to work on parts for 4Runners between those years. So I don't need it. And so this will be getting gone very soon. I just wanted to quickly touch on it and explain it. So after I fix it up in probably the next week, it will be gone. And while I was outside filming, these two locals decided to drop by and see what all the fuss was about. And this guy right here in the gray actually offered me $800 for my black 4Runner I was going to sell. So I turned that down and sent him on his way. So yeah, that's pretty much where I stand in terms of my whole car fleet. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be getting rid of one of these for sure. Probably the other one being this '08 pretty soon. So I'll cut it down to 4. Which will help me out a lot in terms of space and just projects I can manage. But I do have 6 at once, which of course is way more than I should ever buy or have at once or whatever. But I just wanted to document it and show you guys kind of where we stand, what's going on. And I appreciate you guys, your support. Thank you to everyone who watches, who buys my mods, checks out my website. It allows me to do stuff like this, to work on cars for fun as my job, to make parts for them. It's really just a blessing. Also, stay tuned because I really do have some awesome custom parts that I'm almost finished with. I got about 4 in particular 2 for Forerunners, 1 for first generation Sequoia and Tundras, and 1 I'm starting to work on for the FJ. So definitely some cool stuff in the future. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video. In terms of content in the future, comment what you guys want. If you want me to kind of stick more car focused, if you want more lifestyle type of content, like a day in the life, or just general stuff like I've been doing. Your feedback really does help me out a lot. And so I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you guys in future videos. Peace.